and welcome to Life Change Community. Had the most fascinating conversation with a friend of mine about the comparison of this Great Recession and the Great Depression. Now, neither of us are historical scholars, but we did conclude that in the Great Depression, people were thankful for a meal. And people were thankful for basic housing. And since the late 20s, early 1930s, Americans have come a long way in our expectations about what we need to survive. Worse, what we need to feel happy or to feel like we have plenty. It's not just a matter of having a car. Now it's, can we keep all four? It's not a matter of having a job. Now it's a matter of, do we have the best job? Are we in the best neighborhoods? It's not a matter of, do my kids go work in a field or do I send them to school? Now it's, how do we pay tuition for a private school? Our perspective about what it means to live a bountiful, plentiful life has really gotten skewed. And my friend and I concluded that an upside, a real lesson, a valuable bit of character development that will come out of the Great Recession that we're living through right now, we hope will be renewed perspective about what's really important in life, what we really do need and don't need, what is and is not a luxury item, and that happiness isn't found or comprised of the stuff we have. I want you to listen to this interesting promise from the Bible. Honor the Lord with your wealth and with the best part of everything you produce. Then He will fill your barns with grain, and your vats will overflow with good wine. The objective of a grain farmer was to be able to fill his barn with grain so that when the off-season came, when the winter came, if a drought or famine came, he would have enough to see him through. He'd have plenty even in hard times. And then the way a grape farmer would know that he had plenty of juice for wine was when his vats began to overflow. They're crushing, the juice is pouring. And it's like, oh, now I have enough. My vat is full, I've crushed enough grapes. And again, it was to have the supply, to have plenty to carry him through. This is not a promise of wealth. You give God, the first part or the best part of what you have and He's going to make you rich. It is a promise if you'll honor God with your money. View money from God's perspective, that it's all His and that we should be regularly making contributions to the causes of God in the world. When we do that with our money, God says, you'll have plenty. Your grain will be there, your wine will be there, and what we need to understand is that in that culture, bread and wine were the basic components. They were basic dietary staples. Even poor people would have wine to drink and bread to eat. God wasn't saying, I'm going to give you steak. God was saying, I'm going to give you plenty. Your needs will be met. You won't go without food. You can trust me with your money. Trusting God with our economy in this day and age, and then learning to be satisfied with grain and grape juice, it's awesome. It's a simple way to live. It's a peaceful way to live. And God promises to provide. That'll change your life.